Okay, you laugh at my outfit, but I have a motive. There's a reasoning behind it. Can you guess as to why?
Why? Oh, Elf? Elf?
That is correct. 20 years ago today, The Elf came out starring Will Ferrell. Can you believe it?
No, it makes me feel really old.
I know it almost feels like 30 years ago, but yeah, 20 years ago, The Elf came out starring Will Ferrell, 2003, on this day, November 7th.
What? It's still my favorite Christmas movie.
You know what? It's definitely in my top 5. It's not number 1.
What's number 1?
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Everybody knows that.
Okay.
It's a timeless classic. No,
so is Elf. Elf is a timeless
is.
classic. And it's full of so much joy for Christmas.
It is, but I argue that it doesn't have all the elements of what, Christmas is, with family and what can't go wrong, what can't go right, the true meaning of Christmas. Okay. Elf is entertaining, sure, but it just doesn't have all the elements of Christmas. It packed in one movie like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation does, which is why that's number 1.
I'm just wondering really quick before we start our Just a Dash, what are we going to do around Christmas time? Because you've got the hat, you've got the Santa shirt. Are you just going to wear it every single day until Christmas? Or
I have 365 Christmas outfits. I could wear one every day of the year.
Okay.
I even have a spare one for leap years too. Just in case, for every 4 years.
Oh my gosh. Wow,
let's get into
Christmas.
it. All right.
Okay.
Now, banning cell phones. Your kids aren't old enough to attend school yet, but you remember being in school. We just discussed how old we are because Elf is 20 years old.
Yes.
Having a cell phone in school wasn't even a thing. You had to talk to people.
Yeah.
Now, many schools. I thought for some reason you wouldn't be allowed to use a cell phone in school, but I guess you can, and I guess it's hard to regulate it because they're just everywhere now. But they're working hard to ban cell phones in school, and people are actually conflicted on this. I say absolutely. Why would you need a cell phone during a lecture, during class?
Yeah.
Out of respect for your peers and your teacher, at the very least.
Yeah, you would only need it for emergencies, right? I mean, I guess you could use it as a calculator too, but are calculators even a thing anymore?
I feel a lot. I know a lot of schools, they use Chromebooks and laptops in lieu of writing and yes, of course, technology has advanced, but the cell phone itself is a distraction. Yes. This is a communication device. You don't need it on your person when you're trying to learn something, and it's also just full of the social media alone can warp your brain and not allow you to retain any kind of information that's being taught to you.
I agree.
Right. So I don't understand. Some parents were like, well, this is a good way for them to call in case of an emergency. Well, what did we do when we were in school 20 years ago?
If there's an emergency, you go out to the teachers, I don't know, talk to a teacher, and they'll help you make a phone call.
Right. And if you take away the cell phones, I think you might see something magical where the kids actually talk to each other face to face.
That would be so cool if that actually happened.
I find it. I think it was Arnold Schwarzenegger who actually. I can't believe I'm quoting him loosely, but I believe I read an article written by him that it's wild that just 15 years ago we lived in a world where nobody was staring down at their phone the entire time.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that crazy? Because that's all we do now. I'm guilty of it. I'm on my phone all the time. But what did I do before that? What did I do? I had to actually talk to people and figure out things on my own, but all the answers are in the phone.
Yeah, everything is instant gratification, which makes it hard.
Anyway, right, you have a story you want to share. It has to do with the Israeli-Palestine conflict, the war where Hamas, the terrorist organization, invaded Israel. We're all well aware of what's going on there.
Yeah, I don't want to share the story, but I read, because it's in our little home area in California, in Thousand Oaks, an elderly Jewish man went by a pro-Palestinian rally and was killed. I don't know all of the details because I just read it right before we got on the call, but yeah, it just happened right here in our own little neighborhood. Not even in Israel or Palestine. It's like people are being killed here too for hate, and it just sucks. It sucks. It's something that happened, that's been going on for what, hundreds of years, 100 years. I can't remember when it started, but much hate.
Regardless of the specifics and the facts, that you should never, nobody should ever go to a peaceful rally and not be able to come home because they're dead. I mean, that should never happen. Obviously, this is a conflicting issue. There are some pro-Palestine, there are some pro-Israel. And this blows my mind because both groups seem to collectively agree that they are against Hamas, a terrorist organization. I don't understand.
Well, do they?
Why not come together and fight the terrorist organ? I mean, I know there's a lot more to it.
Yeah,
it's not as simple as that. But man, it's just heartbreaking to see all around.
Yeah, it is. It is. But also, I don't think that everyone is condemning the Hamas terrorist organization because they don't see it as a terrorist organization. They see it as a group of people who are standing up for their rights. So that's where some of the back and forth conflict is coming from.
Well, unfortunately for those people making those arguments, that what was done to innocent people by Hamas was so horrific and so egregious, it's unforgivable.
I know.
There's just no defending them at this point.
Sure, but they say, well, Israelis have been doing this to the Palestinians for years. So they say, well, we're just fighting back. So that's it's a tough one.
I think everybody just wants peace in this situation.
Yeah, that would be great.
Have you ever seen the show The Bear?
No, I haven't.
It's streaming on Hulu. It's fantastic. Okay. It's one of those shows where you have. It's about a young man. He's a chef. He comes back, takes over a family restaurant, and that's all. That's all you need to hear.
Okay.
Now go watch it. There's 2 seasons. Just got renewed for season 3. It's so good. It's up for 13 Emmys this year.
Oh my gosh, really?
Including Outstanding Comedy Series. So I'm not leading you astray with this recommendation. Go watch The Bear, Hulu.
Okay.
Season 1 and 2 available to stream. And now that they've been approved for season 3, they'll get to writing and shooting season 3 as soon as all the strikes end.
Amazing. Let's hope that happens soon.
Yeah. All right. Let's feel old here. Do you remember Jessica Simpson?
Do I remember her? Yes. I model her shoes for her.
Did you really?
I still do sometimes. Her sample shoes. So when all of the new looks come in, they need a model to try them all on so they can pick which ones they actually want to go into production and make. So
are you a foot model?
Yeah.
Is this how you make money on the side? Are you selling feet pics?
I have never sold a foot pic. I wish I did because I hear those people make a lot of money. But
have you ever considered it?
Yeah, I've considered it. I just don't know how to get into it. I think you have to know the skeezy side of that industry, which I don't want to know.
It's fairly simple. Taylor figured out how to get into it. She doesn't do it unless she's doing it behind my back. All you have to do is post an innocent photo of your feet on social media anywhere, and the creeps come out to play. They find your feet pics, and then they will slide into your DM, send you a message saying, "Hey, I will pay you for more of your feet pics."
Oh my god!
Yeah, these people. It's innocent enough, but feet are disgusting. I don't care how cute, how polished, how pedicured.
No, mine are really mine are not. Sorry.
No, you can argue it all you want. You like Taylor's are they're either gross or tolerable. That's all feet are. If I can look at your feet and not throw up, I will marry you. And that's what I did with Taylor. That's actually why I married Taylor. It's because her feet were clean, they were nice, and I didn't want to throw up after. I look at mine and want to throw up.
Okay. Oh my!
Maybe Leave has cute feet. Maybe a toddler will have cute feet. Yeah. You can get away with it.
Yeah.
But once you reach a certain age where they get veiny and old and the nail.
Mine aren't veiny and old yet. getting close. A lot of me is veiny and old, but not my feet.
Either way, post a picture and you're on the beach, toes in the sand, and then
all right. I'm gonna start posting some feet pics.
And then hello, second income.
Yeah.
Thanks to the weirdos out there.
Yeah, man.
Oh, back to Jessica Simpson. So,
oh yes.
But you remember Jessica Simpson, Christina Aguilera, and Britney Spears.
Sorry. I was hoping you wouldn't notice I left for a second to pick her up. She was crying.
It's okay. I appreciate you doing this while you have your kids wanting mommy's attention. Okay, well, Jessica Simpson, we'll wrap it up here. She just shared a video last week, subtly. She does this annually where she celebrates her sobriety. And I keep forgetting that she battled with abusing alcohol. And she shared the picture of her, just, how you look after a weekend of drinking, a bender, and you just like your face is puffy and swollen. She shared that in comparison to what she looks like now. I mean, it's night and day. She looks great. She looks beautiful.
Oh, yeah. And she looks amazing now.
6 years, no alcohol. She said the breaking point was, of course, on Halloween night 6 years ago, where she started drinking at 7 a.m. and she was too drunk to take her kids trick-or-treating. That was her aha moment where she knew she had to quit drinking.
Wow. Yeah, that would be a eye-opening moment. Yeah.
What was your aha moment to stop using alcohol and drugs?
I've never been a big drinker, never done drugs. Yeah, my dad was an alcoholic, so I never wanted to be like him.
Spoken really. Like a true addict, you deflect it to somebody else, your father. I get it.
Oh my gosh.
And that's just silly. A dash. We'll be back tomorrow.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Evian.